Alrighty, Betty, we are live. A match hasn't started yet. We're just a few minutes away from it. So I think, there we go. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Alrighty, so this will be Taco Tuesday here on Purple Heart Lane. Purple Heart Lane. Everybody decided they wanted to feel some pain today. Yes, pain is what we think of when we think of Purple Heart Lane. So I'm going to be looking for George Honkle. Looking at George Honkle. George of the Honkle is, I think I just saw his name. He's an Able. Perfect. Go ahead and over to Right HQ. And we'll go ahead and get started. Go ahead and jump up into the clouds. Alrighty, we got this, and we just saw the latest update released today by the Helios development team, so hopefully we can get through this. Still waiting on an official feedback from everybody to see how they like it, but so far, actually, I'm liking it. Usually, in the previous update, I felt a lot of jitters off of, with the admin cam, and there was just some... I felt like lagging. I mean, it really felt like some sound lagging when I was scrolling about the map. Now it feels much more smoother, I believe. It feels much smoother. At least that's what I'm thinking right now in this first minute and a half or so. So we'll have to see how it plays out today. Have to see. I mean, the Helios competitive scene has taken a big hit over the past couple weeks. So has, I know, the public scene and everything. So many people complaining about all the crashes, and for good reason. I mean, obviously, when you're having a really good match and all of a sudden you get the error that your game is crashed. Oh, man, especially when you're doing very well. I mean, Helios had a match on Sunday against Omen, a team out of Germany for the HCA Competitive League. And at one point, we had 15 people crash at one time, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is... Imagine you're capping a point and the team is doing really well, and all of a sudden 15 people say they just got disconnected. Oh, man. And the cap weight obviously started to shift down, and there was nothing we could do about it. And we left. Well, I mean, we ended up mostly all leaving the game before it was over because it was literally unplayable. I mean, rarely does a competitive team give up like that, but in that case, it was just unplayable. I mean, when you lose 4 or 5 SLs at one time and you see all those OPs disappear off the map, then it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? So most likely we will have some type of rematch in the future. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully this update proves to be the fix to fix all fixes. If that's a fix all bugs, that's what I meant to say. But yes, Carentan Causeway, back to today's... What we're doing here today, we got Carentan Causeway as the midpoint. Probably the most brutal of midpoints here on Purple Heart Lane. Maybe in all of Helios. West Bend, Foy Points could be... I mean, West Bend Dugout Barn, also very brutal. But Carentan Causeway, you have this one little road. And you got hedges on each side of it. You got this one building. This one building is going to see satchel after satchel go off. Oh, we have a truck going down the main road. Do we have any truck snipes coming in? Let's see. Let's see. The truck's going to try to drive the main road. A couple SLs jump out. Oh, rocket sails on forward. The truck goes over to the right side. They go over to the left. Oh! Oh, they try to dodge out of the way. But the opening truck for the Allies goes Baba Badooey here on PHL. Alrighty, so beware the truck routes, everybody. Beware the truck routes. So we're going to have that one truck down the middle. The squad leads jumped out, though, in time. So good play by the Allies just to get these opening garrisons up. Axis, the truck makes it okay. The Sherman is going to be a little bit disadvantaged because, remember, they have a little bit more of a bend to come across, whereas the P4 can be ready for them at any given moment. And so the Axis will set up shop here in Carentan Causeway. Oh my gosh, we are doing a no Arty game here today. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that. We're doing no Arty, so Arty's not going to be a pain in the ass. Oh man, that changes things. So this won't be as brutal. Usually with artillery, I mean, you just see artillery locked onto one certain lane and they smash the living daylights out of the meat grind units. But in this case, no Arty. You get going, Za struggling here at the river. No! Gecko! Oh, damn, they tried to jump, but did not make it in time. Alrighty, so the middle point, they set up the garrison zone, they get ready to go. A few SLs made it across the axis, developing a much, much better position, obviously. They 99.9% sure that they'll be able to cap the midpoint. TJ, RWC, fives, crit. George the Honkel. Oh no, did George the Honkel dive into the river? Oh no, he's on the border. Gecko's Gecko, not even going to take it a chance that time. He's going to try to give it a jump. Alrighty, so the middle side will stabilize here. Got some movement over here to the far right of the map. Axis cap first, and all the OPs disappear. And of course, with the competitive LL loose, you expect SLs to be all ready to go. You see Jig Squad OP get immediately replaced. Prep Squad will be next here in a moment. Staying alive to get the OPs up. Serhi. Waits in the distance, waiting for Niraj to make his way up the little ditch here. He's waiting. How long will Serhi wait? Mufasa Vanatuti. The OP's not too far away, Mufasa, though. Intercepts him before he's able to wipe it. Puma comes on forward. Here to support the infantry. Bounce. Oh. Almost ran him over. Almost ran him over. Stop just short of that. Sergeant Bounce, Puma. Mufasa is AT, but what loadout does Mufasa have? Mufasa does have the M1 Garand. Mufasa should hear the Puma engine. Puma comes around. Mufasa! Oh no, the OP gets wiped! No, Mufasa, where's your bazooka, buddy? Oh no, did he already use it? Oh, we saw him spawn in. Oh no, I don't know what's going on with Mufasa. Maybe he got the AT loadout? Maybe he got AT gun loadout? That possibly could have been it. Okay, so that Puma will be able to get some good control over there of the right side. Go over back here to the middle point. See some movement on the flanks. But, of course, with the infantry push, you're coming through all these open fields and everything. So as long as the allies maintain a few watchful eyes over all this, they should be generally okay. Fourth point is Douve River. Looks like we had a Greyhound go in the river off the opening. They did not. Where is this Greyhound? Oh, they tipped it. Oh. Damn. I thought update 18 was supposed to fix this. I thought update 18. Oh, I don't know what update 18 is supposed to fix anymore. I thought the tanks were. I thought the general thoughts there were that tanks were going to have a much easier time navigating the different types of terrain throughout Hell Let Loose, but maybe not. Maybe that's not it. Gecko, Bounty, quit. Bumhead. Jordan Hanko, Stratiga, Ross, 89. Front line will stabilize here. Once again, a good distance. Without artillery, infantry is obviously going to have a much difficult time pushing up here. As usually, you see a good amount of artillery support come in to at least free up some space. And then, of course, you're going to have artillery. Artillery would be focusing on different parts of the map, and this you're not going to see that here. Corrupted Anus, Mags, Extreme, Luck, 1, 2, 3. Let's follow these guys as they make their way to the ditch. Let's get in mind of a Corrupted Anus. Making his little journey. Going up against Zahir, second. No! Za doesn't want anything to do with a corrupted anus. He's fine with the way his is at the moment. So Mags in extreme luck will hold here. Maybe push a little bit. Map situation check. Everything looks solid. The Allies may dedicate a few more bodies to front door do river. As the Axis may be in store for a little bit of a push there. We'll see. Over here on the far left, we'll take a little journey over there. Nice long-range rocket there. Comes in from Lemon S-25. Skatos QQ. Sakatos QQ. Trying his luck. Supporting rocket flies overhead. Sakatos waits. Rodriguez out there in the distance. Sakatos. Let's follow Sakatos. Oh, and gets headshot by Rodriguez. Let's watch his movement now. Opposite end. Nope, goes prone here. Doesn't want to risk his luck too much. Front line looks pretty stable. These Taco Tuesdays have been pretty... I mean, kudos to the match planners for really putting together a couple solid teams and just being able to divide up the skill set pretty well. And so that way neither team is too powerful. It's been pretty good. I mean, pretty good slugfest. Back and forth. On the PC side, Friday Night Fights is probably the closest thing that's similar. I know that there are some European events on the weekends. But in my experience, it hasn't been the greatest as far as skill set matching. Sortiga. 10 goes down in front of him. Sortiga will take a moment as he takes some hits there behind him. As far as tanks go, we have one medium still alive for Sherman's. Remember, in the update 18, we have 2 heavies maximum. So as more people start to get more involved with competitive Helios and go back into Helios after all the little bugs and hopefully the patches fix everything. Got to remind everybody, update 18 just has 2 heavies per side at maximum. So I believe this weekend a lot of teams will be reconvening their scrims, hopefully, if the patch proves to be working as it should. And so we're going to see more and more creative strategies when it comes to how teams are going to adapt to this. I mean, obviously spawning more mediums throughout the map. I mean, 2-3 mediums up on the board at one time to support the heavies. Because remember, the heavy's on a 10-minute cooldown. Gotta remember that. 10-minute cooldown is a big change from what it was before. And the maximum of 2, of course. No longer do we see 3-4 heavies, maybe 5 heavies on the map at one time. Airhead called in the Carentan Causeway, right front door. So Commander Burger Bridge giving it a shot here. This airhead will be landing right in the bush. Oh, right there. Okay, it's going to be pretty exposed, but of course you don't have many options on this point. There's not like a good building where you can park it behind. Now it's going to be up to the Axis if they want to camp this airhead or just make it go bye-bye. Right off the opening, but nobody seems to be looking directly at that. Bombing run coming in to support. Airhead falls. Bombing run goes on through. I think the Axis is going to let it spawn, maybe, or Mags is waiting for the bombing run to go past. Mags is going to run up. Rocket comes on it. And the airhead will be no more, I believe. Okay. Airhead gets taken out there. Do have one SL in the back. Capgun, ZZ. So Cap G will look to put an OP up here shortly. He does have an OP back here. Okay, so that's good. Leaks some blueberries in the back. Takes out one. Extreme luck 1, 2, 3. Let's follow Cap G here. Takes out one OP. Okay, he's going to get another one. So that's two. That's 2 raspberries for Capgun. Capgun's going to go for a third here. He's maybe throwing some grenades. Oh. Take some MG fire. Oh! Okay, so Capgun get wiped. But the OP is still alive there to the bottom, to the southeast. 1:15 left on the clock. If you're just joining me, I'm your host today, Smithers, for this Taco Tuesday event. Round number 6, I believe. Here on Purple Heart Lane with Carentan Causeway as midpoint. We have no artillery today, ladies and gentlemen, so it makes Purple Heart Lane a little bit less painful than usual. Actually, a lot less painful. As we see the meat grind movements, or the meat grind units, be able to make some ground here up the middle. And not head back to the redeploy screen as often. Now, it's not going to be easy. It's definitely not going to be easy. They're facing the allies here are facing a very, very tall task. As the Axis still control all the little points inward to Carentan Causeway. We do have 1 OP in the back line, though. Prep Squad has an opportunity to leak at least 2, 3 satchel players off that OP. But so far, the Allies have not sent any more blueberries to support it. But a satchel player could easily get this Lukes right here. As most likely the Lukes is not expecting anybody to be sneaking up behind him, although the Lukes crew will hear the squishiness of the footsteps in the back. Cadaver up there rocking the MG on the main building, Carentan Causeway. Now, usually this building is being blasted by artillery. But not today. Not today. Cadaver can have a nice, lovely time up here. Sip a cup of tea. And have a nice view of the nice, little rivers. Maybe face a few sniper shots here and there. Line looks pretty stable so far. Yeah, the Axis look poised for a push on 4th. I believe they're holding off to the 1 hour mark to be able to enter that territory, but they look in position. They got a Panzer IV over here. They got a Tiger down the main road. Prep Squad has moved his OP over here to the other side. The Axis look ready to go. They're just yearning for a chance to push on Duve River right there. There's a medium Sherman and another medium Sherman. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, medium Sherman. 2 mediums up on the board. No Jumbo 76 spotted. I'm wondering if... Oh, no, 1 Jumbo's right here. Okay. So we have 2 mediums and a Jumbo. Panzer IV goes in the water. Got some nice coverage here. And up on Carentan Causeway, we do see some bodies. So we saw the squad lead go over there. Daybreak comes back on 18 with the bazooka. Looking for the garrison. Fires! No, the OP is a little bit farther down. So Daybreak will look to aim again here. Unless that was a garrison. Nope, he misses the OP. So he's going to be forced to manually go up to it and wipe it. Okay, no, it wasn't a garrison. Okay, so the garrison's back here for the Axis. Tiger's moving up the road. Spawn wave come. Couple of blue raspberries come in. They're both going to get taken out. Daybreak getting himself a nice double there. He's going to come up, wipe the OP. Doesn't need to wait 3 seconds. He saw them just spawned in. So he knows he's good to go. Let's go take a look at the left side. Axis just holding the ground over here. Patrolling, wiping everything out. Check it for spawn points. Allies are going to be facing some crossfire now from the left side of the map. Commander puts a garrison up over here to at least get some more allied bodies on the left side, just to leak a few over. Goose, Revon, Ollie. Chubb. Bushing it up with the STG. But Goose takes him out. Kimbo Slice, Looney. Prep OP still alive in the back line. Got some. Let's go take a look at these satchel players down here, shall we? Oh no, it's a supply person and a rifleman. Only one AT player, Daybreak. Would have expected them to have more AT right here. Daybreak's looking to make a move. Unsure what loadout he has. I think it's M1 Garand, pretty sure. No, he's got the Thompson. He's gonna load up with the satchel right there on side of the Tiger. Daybreak. Oh, gets it. Oh, Tank Commander jumps out. No, and he guns him. Ryan's gonna see the satchel. Okay, he sees it. He's gonna dismantle. Shadow's gonna come to support just in case. Shadow gets out. A double dismantle there. Heads up play there by the TC Ryan to watch out for that. Nice job, buddy. Nice pistol from the top of the turret. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Okay, so one failed satchel attempt. Taco spawn, or sorry, spawn wave comes back here from the Axis. They're going to clean up everything. The OP gets wiped from prep, but the Allies have gained a little bit of front door. Over here on the right side, it has stabilized a little bit. Starting to see some more blueberries here around the hard cap. Got a 1 AT gun established from the major wood. Got a nice angle there down the road, just waiting for the armor to make a move from the Axis. Sherman's over here on the defensive for the Allies. Got a 76 moving over here to the right. Garrison Network looks solid. Now, once the clock ticks over past the 1 hour mark, I maybe would expect the Axis commander to drop an airhead, maybe back here somewhere, just to test the Allied defense. Maybe get some pressure on fourth. Because in these casual matches, I mean, you don't want there to necessarily be a speed run. I mean, because everybody's just doing this for fun, maybe some practice throughout the week, so there's really no point steamrolling in a quick 30-minute match. You just want to take your time, relax, practice shooting. Everyone's just doing this for a nice break during the week. George Squad's OP is maybe Option Squad. George Squad is right there looking to go against... Okay, he wins the fight. General Gunner wins the fight. He spots the other OP. Go get a POV of General Gunner. As he reloads his Gewehr, he's going to peek out once again and aim for that OP. Sherman goes Baba Badooey over to our left, and Gunner's going to make a... He's going to make a little run for that OP, maybe. The OP gets wiped, I think. And we'll follow Gunner here as he makes his way to the front line. Gunner. Maybe looking down, put down his OP here. Takes a moment. Thinks. There he goes. Okay, so Gunner will have a nice little OP here behind the little haystack. Line still looking pretty stable. Got one Panzer IV over there to the right. Once again, the infantry are just bashing their heads against the wall. Not really gaining too much space as it can be seen on the map. Maybe a little bit has been gained in the meat grind unit. Zaz made it sort of far up here, rocking the carbine with the engineer loader. Gets a couple there down on that side, one down the ditch. He's got a whole slew of raspberries over there to the top. Gecko. Oh. And the Axis cleanup shop around the point. And Tiger's still back there to support. Precision strikes already for both sides, everybody. So we'll have to keep an eye out on the map for those. No backline spawn waves from the Allies at the moment. We do have a Panzer IV that's penetrated the border, cruising around, causing some ruckus. Provider 1, Touch Me, and the Teflon Don. This is going to be testing the Allied AT. Bumhead 2, Goosey, both AT units. Panzer IV, though, is out in the open and trying to face their front armor towards the bazooka guys, where it knows they cannot pin. Tank has been marked. We got one AT gun across the river. Ross 89 getting it up pretty much in the face. Oh, okay. So the tank comes over and gets the Panzer IV taken care of. But Ross 89 getting on that AT gun just in case. Okay, so we'll have 276s on the map. We have 2 Tigers, I believe, as we should. 1 Tiger coming up from middle HQ, and then 1 Tiger down here to the south of Carentan Causeway. Oh, we are doing artillery. I didn't think we were doing artillery. Somebody jumped on artillery. Yakov jumped on. No artillery for the Axis yet, though. Okay, so one. Oh, so we're going to see. Okay, I didn't think we were going to see any, but maybe they had a roll 25 minutes in, then we'll do artillery. Not 100% sure. I was not informed. Unless I wasn't, totally missed it. Leon. Latinian, Aziz. Leon gets daybreak, gets another one. Leon takes a second to reload. Bronco on the opposite side. Bronco. Oh! Nope. And the Axis begin cleaning up this last little spawn point that the Allies have. Oh! No more Allied bodies across the bridge except for TJ. TJ's still alive. Still got 1 OP up. Leon jumps, sees a dead body of TJ. Smiles, looks over to his left, goes up against Daybreak and Aurelius. Leon takes a moment to bandage maybe. No. Aurelius doesn't let him. Oh, and the last blueberries. Are they going to push on that OP, though? The OP still up. TJ, murder. Quit. Murder. Vatinian. Oh, man, the shotgun doesn't serve him well that time, and Vatinian burns the OP. Alrighty, so that will clean up the last. Oh, no, we still got a couple OPs. Looks like they're removed, just barely. Just over here in the little riverbank. Little ditch. Thought that was going to be the last of it. We got some movement over here to the right side. The Axis, or the Allies, have pushed on through a little bit. Left is holding well, although George Squad is in the back, so we would expect this OP on the left-hand side to be filled with AT members to harass the back of those heavies. Major Tip Toucher, though, is a rifleman. Does not take the AT loadout. Now that's a question in chat. Why would somebody who spawns on the OP in the back line not take the AT loadout? Would it be taken already? Or would it be just that they feel like the rifleman role, they want to leave the AT for somebody else? Okay, so we have another player that's not AT come in. General Gunner. And while we have this little break of time, let's go and take a look at the poll for today. Which World War II battle do you think is the most interesting? Battle Stalingrad, El Alamein, Crete, Battle Midway. So far, Battle Stalingrad winning with 67% of the votes. Yes, the Battle of Stalingrad. I've read a few books on it. Truly, all the little parts that, just affected that battle when it looked so crazily optimistic for the Germans. And that in the summer of 1942. Streaming on through southeast Russia, capturing so many cities, pushing so fast. And then, of course, in July 1942, when Hitler wanted to change the direction of the Panzer armies twice. I believe he changed them from splitting up and going east, and then sending the main panzer groups down to the south in the Caucasus, but then diverting a panzer group to then join Stalingrad push. So the tanks had to go south, or north, and then south, and then back up north again. Consuming so much precious fuel in that time frame. We heard an explosion in the back line, but 276s are still up and at it. We do see Chubb, though, has come over to the back of the 76 and is walking away. That's usually a bad sign for the 76s. And the 76 goes Babadooey to Chubb's satchel. Whenever you see an AT player like that walk away from a heavy, you know it ain't good. You know it ain't good. That's your number one signal for all those casters out there. That's your number one signal that, hey, there's most likely a satchel on that. No AT player with a satchel just walks away from a 76. No way. No way, Jose. But yes, the summer of 1942. Some say the summer that changed the outcome of World War II. So many things happened. Battle of Midway, Stalingrad. But yes, Stalingrad winning the vote so far. July 1942, the redirection of the panzer divisions. The movement of divisions from the Soviet front over into France to refit and rearm as the Axis High Command, primarily the Fuhrer, thought that it was all done and over. Reallocating precious troops that could have been used in the Eastern Front over to refit in the more calmer Western Front. Or did the Soviets, once they captured the plans of the Axis armies? Remember, there was that, I think it was I forgot who it was. It may have been a major general who flew up in the recon, or the Storch, and got crash landed in the Soviet back lines. And then the Soviets, he had all the plans for the operation. And the Soviets intercepted him. Stalin, according to the report, Stalin said he didn't believe it. He didn't believe it was true. And then the Army High Command of the Soviet side, the Stavka, said that Stalin said he didn't believe it. He thought it was a trick. But gosh, come on now. After seeing the Germans push forward exactly pretty much as the plan said, precision strike comes in. No, and it nails one of the Tigers. Alrighty, so commanding for the Allies, Burger Bridge goes 1 for 1 on B strikes. Been talking too much, but yeah, I'll just finish up my thoughts. But yeah, so the Soviets had that game plan for the Axis. Back in that summer, 1942, after that, I think it was a major that crashed in the back line with the Storch. And the Soviets just, when they think about it, they just lure them in. They lure them into the trap of Stalingrad, fed bodies. Although you could say the city of Stalingrad was almost lost several times. They were just holding on to 10% of the city. Barely holding on. But the Germans exhausted their reserves. Paulus had to use even the tank crewmen. The tank depot engineers, support crews, throw them into the front line. Exhausted the German reserves when it came down for the fateful moment in November 1942 with the Soviet counterattack. Alrighty, I'm done blabbing for right now. Maybe we'll touch on that later, seeing how the poll goes. Alright, so we have Major Tip Toucher coming across. He's going to have the assault kits. Once again, Burger Bridge going 1 for 1 on Peace Strikes today. It's always a good sign. Peace Strikes, of course, are one of the most underused abilities in HLL. Want to see more of those buddies? Want to see more of those being used? The 76 is out in the open. They should be able to spot any satchelers coming for them, but of course we'll try to pay attention. Over here on the left-hand side, we do have a Jeep. Yeah, we do have a Jeep. Commander Burger Bridge. Burger Bridge, I believe, is about to run into some shots. Yes, he does. Okay. Oh, Rodriguez. The Jeep is there to use now, though, buddies. See if anybody picks that up later in the game. Major Wood, Mahokati, Strategic. Swanky, Gecko, Capcom ZZ. It's all trying to make their way into the hard cap, but the Axis is doing a good job of pushing them all out. The Axis, or the Allies have gained a little bit of ground over here on the right side of the map, but not too much. Once again, just all these open fields, ditches, all these lanes they have to try to push through. Nemo Ranger with the MG-42. Lieutenant Winters drives down. Oh, but it's not low enough. It is not. Oh, no. Serhi Mufasa also trying to push their way through the open. Sergeant Tomey. These long-range engagements down here. Can Sergeant Tomey hit that shot from here? He tries with a shotgun. Bounce also trying to fight back. These are some pretty long-range shotgun shots. Tomey. I don't know if he's going to be able to, I don't know if the shotgun can even hit that far. That's about 150 meters or so. But Bounce is getting a little bit closer, so Tomey may have another chance. Wyatt is coming up to support. No, Tomey gives up for right now. Wyatt is going to run into Bounce here in just a second. Wyatt. Oh, and Bounce wins the 1v1. Tomey, Goosey. Okay, Bounce gets wiped. Okay. Stage Tame commanding for the Axis today. Taking a moment to look through his binos. Down the riverbank. Tiger Crew. Taking some shots over there from the left, Jumbo. Got an AT gun to support as well. Tiger gets behind the building for some additional coverage. Over here in the back line, high voltage, General Gooner. All making their way back here. Goose coming up to the OP. Goose got to hit himself a couple. He's going to look to wipe the outpost here in a second. Goose looks down the road here. Gonna take a second to reload. He may be looking for one more raspberry. High voltage is right over there. He's going to hear the footsteps here in a second. Goose. Oh, no, Goose. No, and he gets up already. So Goose gets himself a solid triple here. Alrighty, so Goose mops up that. That's all good to go. Over here on the left, we did... okay, so 76 did get popped from one of the Tiger Crews, I'm assuming. Okay, so a nice equal exchange of tanks so far. I don't think one side really has the advantage, but the Axis are leaking more bodies in the back here, so we got to watch out for the raspberries as they make their way towards these other tanks with the George squad getting really close to the hard cap here on Duve River. And these players right here, we have a high voltage and Azaz AT. I believe that's called the assault rifle. No, what is this? What is this? Oh my gosh, you can't play support rifleman? I forgot what that role's called. I've lost my train of thought for a moment. But Azaz over here on the road getting ready to intercept a tank. For the next one that comes on up, that's going to be another 76. That'll be a cooldown, another 10 minutes, everybody. So next heavy will be ready around the 41-minute mark if they so need it. But already, let's see how the Allies respond to this from General Gooner getting inside Duve River Battery along with Major Tip Tusher. Goosey's coming back. Just a few bodies, easy to respond to. No airhead from the Axis, though. No airhead play. Line's looking pretty stable overall. Once again, just have the couple, one raspberry, no garrison up from George Squad. Just the one OP. Nobody really calling back just yet. We'll expect to see a little wave off of this garrison over here to the east. So expect to see a few blueberries come on in here. We'll just keep the camera here for a second. Should see a little wave respawn here any any moment. Unless everybody has their HUD off. If everybody has their HUD off, then maybe not. All right, guys, come on. Come on, guys. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. Man, it was going to throw me there for a loop for a second. We're getting towards 75% cap, and I don't see any spawn wave. Alrighty, but they come on in and they'll be able to wrap this all up. Major Tip Tusher in there. So just one blueberry and the OP in the back line. Oh no, George Squad did have their OP over here on the riverbank, so they're going to be able to leak a few more bodies still in the sector. That'll be just fine. But a nice wave comes on and helps solidify that. No real movement on the front line since we last looked. Medium down below us goes Baba Badooey. Yeah, unfortunately, with the infantry being pulled back, they were sort of caught out in the open. Not much tanks can do, of course, when it comes time for the redeployment. But yeah, so back to the Battle of Stalingrad. Could the Germans have captured it if they would have allocated more divisions during their initial attack in August 1942. I believe there was a moment in July, if I remember correctly, reading that the Soviets really didn't have any city defenses prepared because they were totally caught off guard by how quickly the Germans advanced. But obviously, quickly they basically recruited, for lack of a better word here, the civilian population to build defensive, thousands and thousands of people. So, if they were really pressed into it, I imagine they would have had a pretty quick city defense built within a couple days. But it's definitely an interesting moment in the war. It's one of the most interesting moments by far. Then all the little parts that played into that. And how the battle turned out. Then, of course, the onset of winter. But honestly, I think if you had to choose like the most pivotal moments of that whole course of the campaign, I think it would have to go with July 1942, like I was mentioning before, with the redirection of the Panzer divisions to push in on Stalingrad. And the splitting of the army groups. Soviets, though, man, launching that massive counterattack to encircle the entire army. And I believe there was they were underestimating how many troops exactly were in there. They were shocked. They thought initially maybe it was like 70,000 or 80,000. Obviously a lot more than that. Bomber run comes on through for the Axis. Gets about 4 right there. Remember, competitive average is 3, so a good little bomber run there from Stage 10. Mr. Nimbus has made his way into the back line. He's got that OP up. Got a couple heavies over to his side, so I'd like to see some AT being played. We have DB fan. Rodriguez coming on in. We'd like to see Rodriguez take the AT roll, though. 2 Tigers over here, right for the taking. Commander Burger Bridge 1 for 1 on P strike. See, now what's nice is that we don't have to watch the map constantly to see if the AT players go over there. We could just check it once every often. Oh, we go check out other parts of the map. Over here to the left side, Lemon S25 with a Panzer IV. Looney. And these blueberries and raspberries over here just been exchanging blow after blow. Not much has been decided between all of them. A Panzer IV in the ditch right here. It's a nice move, though. Got a little protection from any bazooka rounds. So they could just help the infantry hold these lanes. And this brutal push up there to the north. We did see the Axis wipe all of this earlier, but it looks like the Allies then obviously gained it back and able to reset it. Senior airhead called in for Commander Burger Bridge right here in front of Carentan Causeway. So we'll go zip over there here in a second. Bomber run to pair with it. MG-42 support in the back, but once again, it's not. I mean, the Axis could leak some more back here. Looks like the OP from the George Squad. Okay, George Squad they got their OP white, but they have relocated over here to the H3 group. Let's go check out on the Carentan Causeway, see how this bomber run fares. Airheads, I think, falling a little bit farther back, maybe. Bomber run goes through. Let's see what it gets. Oh, it gets a nice little wave right there. Very nice. I'm not sure if that was a garrison or OP. I'm assuming that was a garrison, but it's a nice little chunk there for Commander Burger Bridge. Nothing like a little bombing run highlight on Taco Tuesday. The airhead's going to fall, but it's going to be lambasted by the tanks, and the air goes ba-ba-ba-dooey to all the different tank shells. Yeah, so until they're able to get armor advantage, or at least force the Axis armor back a little bit, they're not going to be able to gain too much here, as the Tigers and P4 should be able to cover the lanes pretty well. Almost like a pseudo-artillery. Looks like someone did jump on artillery. Yakov did jump on it earlier, but maybe somebody told him to get off, as they're doing no artillery for PHL. Charlie Squad has gotten their OP up in the back line. So Charlie Squad, they get some bodies over here to the right. Prep Squad, though, has their OP on the border. So their OP will ping. Little bunker constructed here in the middle of Carentan Causeway. Looking to get it to the next level here in a moment, I believe. George Squad has gotten a new OP up perfectly in between all three garrisons. I don't believe it. If George Squad could get a garrison up in the middle of the triangle of garrisons and get a spawn wave in, that would be an absolute miracle. It really would. High voltage comes in as support, looking to drop supplies, I'm assuming. Maybe waiting for them to get off cooldown. Got some bodies moving to the back, so the OP is going to go down from Charlie Squad here in a second. Yep, just got wiped. Supply truck coming up. Tiger as well. We got the Blueberries moving their way across the border. The line is overall pretty stable. We just have George Squad in here in the back line harassing. General Gunner is relocated though. Ross 89 though heard those shots, so Ross is going to peek down the ditch here and see what's going on. General Gunner's not that far away. General Gunner. Ross. Oh! Oh, and General Gunner wins the 1v1. Okay, so he'll hold on to his little position here, but Bumhead 2 is with him on its Sir He to support. The OP did get white back here. So George is going to try and stay alive, but Bumhead 2 is not that far away. Bumhead 2 sinks the shot and sends General Gunner into the river. And so they'll be able to be satisfied with the defense there on Duve River Battery. Okay. .176 back to the right, which we saw. Then we see stilts being placed. Remember, tank crewmen have the ability with Hammer now to build these buildables. So we see Major Scope right here, building a couple barricades to put this medium 75 up on what we call stilts in the competitive Helios scene. So he'll build one barricade right there and build another one. Remember, update 18, new expanded abilities for tank crewmen. No longer do they just mainly concern about the repair torch. now they could do other things as well. So making them a little bit more utility in a way. So Major Scope will get that second barricade up, and the tank will go right on top of it. Lieutenant Dougal ready, waiting for it to be built. There we go. Scope satisfied with his work. He's going to head back into the medium. Okay, so now we will launch the medium 75, drive up slowly here on top of these little stilts. Backing up just to get a little bit better angle. And here we go. Medium 75 will go. Oh, maybe. There we go. Oh, almost. There we go. A little bit better. Up. They're trying. Oh, no. Maybe just need a little bit more speed. Maybe just a little bit more speed. The little engine that could. They're trying. They're almost there. Almost, buddies. Oh, no. It ain't working. They just need a little bit more speed. Let's see if they try to back up. Maybe get just a little bit extra bump. Major Scope. Or Master Sergeant Scope jumps out. Somebody else drives. Again, they're going to give it a shot. Take a look at the map here real quick. Got a little bit more penetration on Carentan. Causeway. We'll take a look here from the other driver. They get towards the edge of it now, and... Oh! Nope! Not quite yet. Oh, not quite yet. I really want to see if they could do this. Okay, let's try one more. See what they do. Okay, here we go. One more time. Okay, to get a nice angle. And there we go. Look at that. And the medium is up on their stilts. And now they get a nice view over the hedge line in order to see out there and take out the enemy. Nice commitment to the cause, buddy. Nice commitment to the cause. Alrighty, so while we were all doing that for the past 2 minutes, we'll take a look. Nothing really changed too much on the map. Both, the left side, the axis have gained a little bit of ground. Middle, a little bit as well. It's pretty much going back and forth. Not much change there, neither on this side, too. Meat Grind is just having a hell of a time just trying to save this little bit of ground right here. Trying to push forward the axis, though. Having a pretty... Look at this. Look at these guys building a nice little MG bunker for themselves. Oh, look at that. Oh, the brutality on Purple Heart Lane, everybody. 2 MGs looking down the road. This is probably one of the peak hella loose MG spots you can have. Oh, the beautiful dual MG42 action. Fire. Oh. Corrupted Anus doesn't care. His buddy got taken out, but he'll keep going. Corrupted Anus just worried about laying some hate right there. Firing through the smoke, seeing if he get any shots at all. It's all about suppression, everybody, not necessarily hitting your target. Nice little bunker built in the middle of the road. And, of course, just in case tanks push, they'll stop them there for just a moment. Of course, till it gets destroyed. Looney Hood. Looking to clean up the front line a little bit. Let's go get a POV of Hood as he sports his buddy Looney. Nope, never mind. Not for too long there. I believe the peace strikes for the Allies will be ready here in a second. Stuka, I don't think we've seen one Stuka yet. Oh, what a nice counter rocket there from Helios. Wipes that raspberry. And the MG42 is just dominating the roadway right now. Not allowing the infantry to get across the road without paying attacks. 5's trying to sneak across. Trying to sneak across. Rocket comes into the medium. Remember, though, the update 18. Remember, the mediums take 3 rockets down, not the normal 2. Medium comes up here to take out the raspberries, capturing the little house here. Medium gets something there in the distance. Take a look. They got themselves a truck. So we have one tiger here in the middle of Carentan Causeway, and then we're going to have another tiger over here to the far east. Taking some shots here from the infantry. This tiger's just trying to get something in. Mufasa, though, coming over to the side, trying to make a move on it. Tiger's going to have an advantageous position with its frontal, the MG, with the driver's coax facing this way. .176 rolling up to the top right. Dove River Battery all clear in the back line. Nothing. A surprise we haven't seen an Axis airhead yet. I was expecting to see something maybe back here. Or even like one over here, but so far I don't think we've seen one. Only seen Allied airheads. Been pretty much so far what we'd expect. A struggle on Purple Heart Lane. It's both sides just beating the hell out of each other on the front line. And not much movement taking place. George of the Honkle. He's got 3 raspberries right in front of him. 1, 2. General Gooder. Oh! If George Uncle would have just waited a few more seconds, he probably would have got General Gooder. And as far as I know, the encouraged bug that some commanders out there may know from the previous patch has been fixed. No longer when you run Encouraged do you get free manpower abilities. Before, when you ran Encouraged, you could launch 2 or an airhead during Encouraged and it wouldn't cost you any manpower. But those days are long gone. Now you have to go back to paying for what you want to use. Sad. I miss launching 3 or 4 airheads during a match and seeing if they would succeed. Now you actually have to think about it. Shame. Kimbo Slice coming across, gets 2 for himself. Nova J, DJ. Nova J, no doubt rocking the FG-42, being just so close to the front line. Oh. And such is with Purple Heart Lane, when blueberries or raspberries hear the water move, they know to stay still as the enemy can't be too far away. Bombing run coming over in front of Dove River. Let's go take a look here. What is Commander Burger Bridge afraid of? Bombing run should be landing right here in front of us. Got a little bit of wave. The Tiger is right there too. So the Tiger is damaged. Oh, that's Axis Bomb Run. Okay. Axis Bomb Run coming up north here. This looks like it's going to get 1. It's going to get 1. Will it reach the AT gun? It does! It gets the AT gun too. Okay. So it cleans up a little bit of the front line, but the Jumbo 76 is right here waiting. Waiting for the chance to intercept any Tiger movement. Ready, Douglas, and scope. Already Dougal in scope. Airhead. Okay, there we go. So a backline airhead was dropped from the axis over here by this garrison. So I have to see how many bodies they commit to that. Bomber run coming in through Carentan Causeway, though. Don't think we saw another airhead plane with that. Looks like it's just the bomber run. Trying to create some space for the infantry. Let's go see how this one fares. Going down the main road. Looks like it's going to get corrupted anus. And I believe a repair station. Maybe the garrison too. Okay. Pretty much the Axis though are playing all frontline garrisons. Nothing, maybe they got a couple. Okay, they do have a couple in the background. So we do see one airhead on the Axis. They got a couple SLs off of that one. And then we have an allied airhead over here to the bottom right of the screen. But we do see an SL come off that garrison. So the communication went out and they're quick to respond. Cap gun's easy. Oh, nice grenade. So he'll make his way into the hard cap. Surprisingly, not that full of raspberries. London, though. Loses the 1v1 right there. Cap guns. Oh, Mags was waiting for him. And oh, man. You get so far in a Purple Heart lane. You get so close. You get so close. But eventually, it's just not close enough. 27 minutes left on the clock, everybody. If you're just joining me, I'm your host today, Smithers. I'm your host today, Smithers, for this Taco Tuesday event here on Purple Heart Lane with Carentan Causeway as a midpoint. So far, we have seen one cap going to the Axis, and a nice little truck snipe off the opening for the Allies. And that's been about it. Bunch of back and forth. We saw one precision strike hit. But so far, it's been a lot of just back and forth, back and forth. Not too much ground has been changed. All the backline pushes have been snuffed out. No real breakthroughs. Just a lot of dying. A lot of dying. Of course, that is the tradition on Purple Heart. Ollie, though, trying to sprint up to Carentan Causeway. Trying to make a name for himself. Let's go get a POV of Ollie. He's bleeding out a little bit, but he's a trooper. He's going to keep going here. He's going to run up against a whole bunch of raspberries. Let's see how Ollie fares. Oh. Take it to one. He's going to... Oh, man, this is difficult. This is a little pickle. Oh, he runs out of ammo. Oh, he runs out of ammo at the worst time. Oh. Oh, man, hearing that cartridge eject like that. No. Cap guns, though, getting coasted. Okay, so we see a little bit of penetration. Hey, we have a little bit of movement right here. Let's see these blueberries flood the front line now. Look at that. Look at that. Nice big spawn wave, though, comes in from the Axis. Rocket comes in down the road. See me? See? Oh, man, if the only the Allies had that bombing run right now. Oh. See some flamethrowers from We Massacre. Can we see a little bit of a breakthrough here? It requires some big-time frag streaks, but We Massacre are getting some flamethrower action to prevent that from happening. Strategia and the Major Wood. doing their best. We did see that wave, but the wave got wiped. Oh, the wave got wiped. "25 minutes left to go." The push slowly starts to lose momentum. Panzer IV coming up here to the front line to maybe do some wiping themselves. 76s are... You got 176 back there on the defense. One rocket comes to the back of the B4. Remember, it takes 3 rockets now, not 2. Another rocket falls a little bit short. Aurelius may give it a shot. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe just a little bit off for an angle for him. Axis get control over the left side. DJ, loot up 420. Will Scott. Noah J. George, I've been told that be sure to tell you, trash bin for life, buddy. Trash bin for life. George! George! Oh. Hiding behind the log right here. Hiding behind... Oh, but no! Oh, he does his best, but the Panzer IV sends him packing. Line is stabilized, though, for the Axis. Whole bunch of raspberries coming back to the hard camp. Might be maybe seeing some pressure on the flanks now. I mean, there's a lot of Axis troops here by Carentan Causeway. So I have to see if they're able to shove it on forward. Cap guns going over to the side. Za over there. Maybe trying to hold him back right here. Za, Aurelius. George of the Honkel. Oh! You know, give the Blueberries credit. You would thought they would have gotten pushed back there, but they're pretty much holding their ground. Not allowing the Axis to capture this side of the river. Under 23 minutes left. From mid 2 scrams, Lieutenant Winters. Esker, Esedge. Rough. Blueberry reinforcements come on in. Oh. Still got that Tiger up over there to the right side of the map, everybody. Hanging out by the repair station, getting all spick and span, but a rocket comes in from Bumhead 2 to ruin their nice little repair vacation. The Tiger turns around menacingly, wondering who did that to them. They were having a nice time. Not having to worry about with jumping all over the tank at update 18. But now you got to jump over the turrets. You got to jump onto the track, the hull. Make sure every little nook and cranny is repaired. And it sort of incentivizes, you think about it, sort of incentivizes tank crews. If they have a feeling or they know that the enemy tank crew repair station or the tank repair stations have been taken out, it sort of incentivizes them to attack the enemy turret in a way, so they know that the enemy will have to jump on top of the turret to repair, and causing the tank crew to be more exposed. Could be an interesting strategy that we see. Extreme Luck gets a Blueberry over there to the left. High voltage, max. The battle of holding the ditches. TJ down there. Nope, TJ's no longer down there. Aziz wipes himself in OP. Swanky with his Browning, watching all the open field. Do we have tank movements? We have the 76 back here by Duve River. We have another 76 moving down the road. Swanky just watching. He sees Will Scott over there in the far distance. Loading up. Just offering that suppressive fire. Trying to get those raspberries, but they're maybe a little bit too far for him. Be under 20 minutes. Will we see a last-ditch effort from the Allies? Where will it be? Where will it be? We do have option squad over there to the bottom left. We have a little bit of Sancho play maybe going on from Rodriguez over here in the back. He's chasing the P4, trying to run it down. P4 may be aware. Let's follow Rodriguez here for a moment. See if he's able to catch it. He's trying to follow it at least a little bit. Oh, gets himself a few over there, but the Panzer IV is taking off a long way, so Rodriguez may decide to go. Bomber run coming in over. Oh, over the back of Duve River. Okay, so we have an Axis airhead going off over there. Let's go take a look. The Axis getting anxious to settle this once and for all by going up 4-1 on Purple Heart Lane, which can be very brutal. But the airhead gets taken out by the Jumbo, who's just sitting there waiting for it. And there will be no quick end for the Axis. Now we have a counter airhead coming in. This will be launched pretty much in the same position as we've seen before. Probably the safest position. I mean, maybe he could have put it back here behind the building just to be a little bit more safe. But on Purple Heart Lane, your options are very limited. But the airhead will be coming down here in about 20 seconds or so. The bomber run is coming over to coverage. Spawn wave is coming into the back. One AT gun gets taken out over there in the distance. Position starts to develop in the middle of the road. That was a Tiger, I believe. Yes, it was. That bunker is still alive, though. So one Tiger goes Baba-Badooey. I believe that was to the 76. Airhead falls. How will this bombing run fare? It could be good. Could be good. Could be good. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 4. Okay, not too bad for a bombing run, but Sergeant Bounce is coming close to intercept the area, baby. Sergeant Bounce throws some grenades, I believe. Oh, did he get it? No, he got the airhead. Oh, Sergeant Bounce with the beautiful nades right there. So all the airhead attempts for the Allies have been squashed, but we'll see what they're able to do with this. We got a good backline spawn wave. We got TJ, Mr. Nimbus, pushing on forward here. We see a nice little squishing action. No garrison for the Axis in the middle of Carentan Causeway, so we could be looking at a juicy situation. Leon Prima Donnas. Iskandar coming up here. Leon's one of the last ones remaining to hold the ball back. Leon, he's getting outgunned. Too many shots. Oh, and Leon falls victim to the Blueberry Swarm. And Carentan Causeway suddenly may be facing a lot of pressure here from the Allies. As Sherman is coming up to support, pushing on through. Do they have a satchel on him from Sergeant Bounce? Sergeant Bounce is not making a move, but the mediums keeping on. They're keeping on going. Camp progress goes over 50%. The Axis spawn positions are nowhere pretty much in sight. We do have a garrison over here to the east, but they should be a nice funnel for the Allies to mop on up. And look at these buddies. Daybreak. Murder over here getting on top of the building and just be able to pick them off one by one like fish in a barrel. Oh, they should have the time of their life here. And the medium too should have a great time holding back the Axis wave over there. We're going to see some spawn waves down to the south. Charlie squad right on the border. The garrison is on the border, so the Allies could do a little double flipperooski. Getting pressure on Medellin Farm in the final 15 minutes. Supplies fall to boot, and man, that developed really quickly. Backline spawn wave combined with the front door push with the bombing run taking out the garrison was a beautiful combination, buddies. And there we have it. The Allies will cap Carentan Causeway with 15 minutes left to go. And Tiger's rolling on up here. Tiger's on fire, but it knows it's going to have the advantage against the medium Sherman with just a one pop shot at a pop. Medium gets one shot in, I believe, to the right side. Sherman's burning. Sherman fires back with the Tiger. Takes it out. Alrighty. So 15 minutes left to go. The Tiger will push on forward here with a little bit of pressure. Do we see a proxy satchel anywhere? Wasn't too sure if there was an AT player in the middle. Maybe not. Okay. The Allies already getting a garrison ready to go. We see a big, nice little chunk over there for 3 SLs for the Axis, 4 SLs for the 3 SLs. 3 SLs for the Axis on the left-hand side. They need to work together, though, to get a garrison up. They got to get a garrison up over there for the counterattack. Madeline Farm facing a little bit of pressure from a couple of blueberries. The Axis responding with enough defense. Rocket came into the back of the Tiger. No idea from where. Maybe from Goose. This Tiger's is burning pretty heavily. We'd like to see us maybe a precision strike here from Commander Burger Bridge. I mean, the Axis still do have a decent opportunity to recap this. They just gotta hold this as best as they can. They gotta just hold the ground that they have. They got plenty of OPs around, I think. But so far it's looking really good for the Allies, considering the 75-minute slog 60-minute slog that they went through to finally get here. 60 minutes? 75 minutes. 75 minutes slog. There we go. Tiger's burning rocket bricks off the side. You just gotta get a satchel on it. Hood's coming up to maybe support. He's got the engineer kit. Murder on the left. Oh, but he gets shot as he makes his way up to the Tiger. Tiger's still stranded out here in the open. How many blueberries will it take to take out this burning Tiger? Tiger has plenty of raspberry support. That's a difference right now. It's not necessarily that easy. We do have a couple tanks, though, moving down the main road. They should be able to get a shot on this. I'm surprised we haven't seen this Jumbo 76 over there to the top right move on up and get a shot. But maybe they don't have intel on which direction the Tiger is facing and what exactly kind of condition it's in. Maybe that's why they're hesitant right now. Break, Murder gets shots in the side. Rocket tick goes on another rocket goes on the Tiger. Ethan should be able to finish it off. Ethan! One in the back. He's gonna load up for another one. Ethan! Ah, there we go. The Tiger goes ba-ba-ba-dooey to the rocket from Ethan. Okay, so that will clean up that threat. The Axis may be able to spawn in 10 minutes. Remember the cooldown is. Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be off cooldown. We'll have to see, though. Okay. One Luke splashing about. Two-man Lukes. Oh, they got fully tracked. Oh, man. Right tracked by the point. There's nothing they can do. 76 should be able to line up for that finishing blow. Oh, just a little bit short. Lukes is going to attempt to dive behind that hay bale just in time to get out of the second range of the second shot. They're going to attempt the tracks real quick and make sure that's all good to go. Everything looks okay for the Allies with under 11 minutes left, everybody. We got a half track back here to support. Big raspberry waves coming off from the west. But remember, they have to go through all the openness. Let's get into the mind of a corrupted anus, though. He knows that every play, every move he makes now is being watched by thousands, and he will be criticized heavily after the match. Cap guns. Carpetanitas gets one. Will he be the MVP of Taco Tuesday? Planes are falling all above. We have a supply drop over to the right. We have a recon plane going up the top. Precision strike called into Mandolin Bridge. Let's go check that out. Precision strikes coming in from back here. It's coming from north to south. There it is. The P-47s look good. They look good. They look good. And no, just overshot. Oh. And the Tiger will survive the last P-strike opportunity of the match. Under 10 minutes left to go, everybody. We have one jumbo over here and one jumbo to the right. Backline looks all good. Just have item squad over here to the far left. But they should be able to contain them, of course, in all the open fields. One supply truck coming down the main road right here. In Carentan Causeway, the hard cap is kind of open. No SLs, though, to really take advantage. We do have some infantry. Azza's pushing up here, but he's going to go up against a 1 versus 3. Oh, man, the blueberries. Murder. Oh, Murder gets taken out as well, and the OP will get wiped inside of the building. Azza's going to make his way forward. The garrison is not that. Oh, and the garrison was taken out. Oh, no, the garrison's right there behind. No. No, it's not. No, it's not. Supply drop coming in. The Axis suddenly going to have an opportunity to push down the main road. Allies dropping supplies for a new garrison. But there are no SLs nearby to take advantage of it. The supplies drop. Right there in the trench. Major Tip Toucher looking towards Corbeau. Doesn't live to see it out. Corbeau is just an MG inside the hard cap, and that's it. We have blueberries coming up to support, but the Allies are going to need to dedicate a whole bunch more here to hold this. They got no garrison up to the north to help. King Squad, it's going to be up to King Squad. It's going to be up to Bronco to get that garrison established. Bronco's got to get something up ASAP. No, Bronco, no, don't go too far, buddy. No, it's going to be up to you to get the garrison up, Bronco. Don't do it to us. Bronco, 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 no. Oh, Bronco. Oh, alrighty, so the Axis are going to swarm on in. Oh, the raspberries. Precision strike lands to the north of the road, but the Allied tanks are a little bit off right now. Bombing runs coming in defensively. The raspberries are all over. This could be a very juicy bombing run, though. Could be very juicy. 7 minutes left. Will the bombing run be enough to save it? Competitive average of 3. He's going to need more than 3. He's going to need 5, 6, 7. Here it goes. Let's see if it's enough. He only has a few seconds to save it. No! Oh, is it enough? Oh, it just barely. Oh, no, the Stewie goes Bubba Dewey at the worst time. Oh, no, the Stewie was just enough Capway to offset it. Nope, it goes contested. Oh. Oh, the blueberries are swarming in. For these final engagements, we have a burning Tiger. We got a burning P4 over to the right, trying to hold it off. The 76s don't have an angle to take him out. And 176 goes Baba Dewey up there to the north, but can the AT from the Allies make the difference? Explosion gets off from a proxy satchel. Bone Panzer IV gets wiped. That Tiger's got to get taken out. Under 6 minutes. Ethan gets gunned down, raw dogged by Sakato's QDQ, QQ. The blueberries, though, are trying to save it. The airhead did fall for the Axis. The airhead, it did go Dewey. Blueberries are coming over there to the left side, the whole, or right side of our screen to hold back the raspberries. Hood pushes into the point. Hood's gonna go over to dismantle the garrison. Is anybody watching from the blueberry side? I don't think so. Hood gets the dismantle. Iskandar takes him out, but it's a little bit too late, and the Allies will have no garrison here with 5 minutes, 20 seconds left. The raspberries are pouring on forward. It looks like they're gonna get it back, but a big strafing run comes in from Commander Burger Bridge. I don't know if it's gonna be enough to save it. And the Axis cap back with 5 minutes left to go. Oh, that hurts. Mamma mia. One Jumbo 76 alive to the north, one Tiger in the hard cap. That Tiger's one of the key defense pieces. We do have a Panzer IV over here by Madeline Farm, but that Panzer IV has to get their booty up here into the hard cap. We have the Jumbo making a move on the Tiger. Blueberry spawn wave comes in down here. No pressure on fourth on Doof River Battery, so they look A-okay for right now. Goosey, Serhi, over there to the top left. The Blueberries are trying to come in, but they're facing a funnel. The 76 is going to try to approach the open road. The Tiger's right there waiting for him. The 76 doesn't have the first shot in. The Tiger's getting repaired by Hood. Hood's repairing the hull right now. Oh, and the 76 is wiped by the Tiger in the final 4 minutes. Oh, that's a big takedown. That is big. That is big. One Jumbo down the road, though. We have a Jumbo down the road, ladies and gentlemen. This is such a key engagement. The Tiger doesn't see him, though. The Tiger doesn't see him. Ryan, Nico, Shadow trying to find an angle on the 76, but the 76 doesn't seem to have a proper angle either. Oh, they do get a shot in the front. Hood gets wiped. No more repair action here for the Tiger. This Tiger needs to go bum-bum-a-dooey if the Allies are going to stand a chance. Does the Jumbo crew have another shot in them right there for the hull? I don't know. The Jumbo down the road is moving up, trying to get a better shot. The Blueberries are waiting for the Tiger to get taken out. I'm assuming the Burger Bridge just is going to have a strafing run available for these final minutes. I'm pretty sure the bomber is going to be on cooldown. Another shot goes into the Tiger. Vatinian is right here to support with the engineer kit, trying to do his best to repair. Under 3 minutes. I don't know, the Jumbo. Oh, the Jumbo went by doing. Yes, it did already. So the armor crews, I think so the 76 got taken out over here to the north on the road. 40 seconds left. The Allies are trying to shove everything inside the hard camp. Supplies falling over there to the east by Option Squad just to maybe get a set up at the red zone. We have a Stewie working their way to the back line. Stewie's trying to make some last-minute magic happen. This Stewie is all the way back here. It's going for that Luke's. 20 seconds left to start any cap progress. Luke's gets wiped. Stewie's going to try to make a move forward. The Panzer IV does not know. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I don't know if the Blueberries have enough in them. Bronco's trying to throw some grenades. Alrighty, so that will be it, everybody. We've ticked under the 2-minute mark, so that'll be a victory for the Axis in a final 20-minute doozy of a match. It was looking pretty static there for a long time. I wasn't too sure what was going to happen. We saw the wrap around the back, and then the push on forward there for the Allies to cap it with 15 minutes left to go. But then the Axis had a nice counterattack, took out the garrison. Took out the tanks when needed to take them out. Panzer IV and Tiger were both burning, but they anchored the hard cap to get that pressure on. And there we had it. Oh, man. Oh, you feel for the Allies. They worked for 75 minutes. 60 minutes, 75 minutes to get the cap. And then the Axis got it back within, with under, I think it was 6-7 minutes left to go. It was 5 minutes left to go or something like that. What a good game, though. What a good game, though. For Purple Heart Lane, you can't ask for much more than that. It was a brutal match for both sides, just pushing up and down these roads, through the ditches, across the rivers, drowning, trucks getting blown up, tanks getting satcheled. But at the end of the day, the Axis came out the victor. Everybody, well, thank you for joining me here today for the 6th edition of Taco Tuesday. here on SmithersCast. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button before you take off. And if you have any questions, go and leave a comment below. And if you haven't already, go and hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already. Okay, everybody, well, thank you for joining me today. That'll be the end of streams for today. I believe I may have one on Thursday. Just double check here. Or maybe not, maybe not. Maybe it's not till Friday. Maybe not till Friday. So I'll be back online most likely Friday unless something comes up, or Wednesday or Thursday. Thank you for joining me here today, and I will see you next time. Before we take off, of course, we'll give our commends to Commander Burger Bridge. Let's go ahead and see here. There we go. Alrighty. Burger Bridge coming out with 6,000 support score. And Leon looks like he had to take commander roles. Maybe the commander got disconnected or something from the Axis side. Alrighty. Well, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.